Just when they were running for their lives, almost getting turned into meat patties, they decided to camp on the steps. Talk about a perfect blend of survival and camping. While everyone was resting, a pair of eyes was lurking like a detective in the shadows. Meanwhile, that guy was sneezing away, having his servant set up a fake landmark. Turns out this became the inner Earth guide, leading them astray by the fake landmark next day. That guy tried to correct it too late. As they walked, something felt off, and they unexpectedly stumbled into a dazzling crystal world like stepping into Disneyland. Gems shone brightly with automatic hot spring showers. The team hit the jackpot, rushing to wash away days of fatigue, relaxed. Just as they were about to move on, that guy accidentally slipped into an underground cave, finding himself in what seemed like a maze. Meanwhile, the professor accidentally knocked down a crystal and thought about taking it as a souvenir. Unexpectedly, water surged out, turning the cave into a void drowning. They held on for dear life to the overhead path, but Kim's rope was pretty unreliable and snapped suddenly. They seized the moment and climbed up through the broken cave. Although it was a bit perilous, they soon realized one person was. Meanwhile, Little White found himself at the perilous place. Suddenly the ground broke apart as if in a Super Mario game, triggering a burst of odd lights. Mustering courage, Little White advanced, hit by heat waves, almost fainting, then fell as he sat. He rolled to the bottom, landed, then fell again when lifting his foot. So unlucky, no laughter. Gotta say, Little White had bad luck. He ended unscathed, but met a bully wanting him as a servant. Apparently the servant retired by accident. Little White's refusal angered the bully, who pulled out a gun. A loud bang echoed. Minutes earlier, the professor and his team found the perilous spot. Seeing cracks, they feared Little White had fallen. Anxious, they were about to grieve when a gunshot rang out. The professor quickly pulled out his detection equipment and found Little White. Turns out Little White just fainted from fright, and before he could even speak, the bully popped up wanting to introduce himself. Brandishing his gun, the bully forced them out. The professor couldn't endure the humiliation and retaliated with smoke. Some require special tactics. Though fierce, no one wanted to fight, so they reluctantly advanced with him. As they delved deeper, it grew colder, and the lights went out due to smoke. One problem after another. Hundreds of miles underground, darkness seemed endless. As they prepared to stay, glowing fruits caught their eye. Talk about a silver lining. After the lights went out, glowing fruits lit up the surroundings, exciting everyone like treasure hunters. They sped up, but after 250 days, they hadn't found Earth's center secrets. Just when hunger struck, Little White found mushrooms on the ground. They tasted better than meat. Bigger surprises awaited. Ahead was a mushroom forest taller than people. Little White excitedly called his teammates, circling like on a spring outing. Now they didn't have to worry about food, as terrifying eyes hid behind the mushrooms. That night, Kim cooked a delicious mushroom soup. After dinner, the professor wandered and found a vast ocean nearby, feeling like on the surface. Ocean's origin? The bully said it was a prehistoric earthquake causing ocean water to flow underground through cracks like hearing the Big Bang. Just as they debated whether to cross, the giant lizard suddenly bounced out, clearly eyeing them as dinner. Two of them ran back in fright. There was no turning back now. They hurriedly used mushroom stalks to make a raft, but disaster struck during. Kim's foot got tangled in the rope, and the lizard pounced. In a crisis, the big guy heroically intervened and took out the lizard. Next, other lizards swarmed, fighting over the carcass. Amid the chaos, they quickly dragged the raft into the ocean, escaping death. However, peace was short-lived, as metallic equipment and the raft was suddenly gone, including the professor's ring. He quickly realized what was happening. They were now at the point where the North and South Poles meet, right at the center of the Earth. Just as he said that, the raft got pulled into a whirlpool. They clung desperately to the rope while praying to God, and thankfully they were washed ashore. The big guy then asked the professor what they should do next. After a tiresome ordeal, they felt worn out and decided to take a nap. When the big guy woke up, he found that guy was missing. He frantically searched, saw dark feathers everywhere, and panicked. Asking the bully nearby, he learned to shock that guy was lunch. Furious, the big guy almost had a showdown with him. It took everyone effort to pull them apart, but the bully wasn't backing down. But one wrong step led the big guy to a new world, the grey-red city of Atlantis. Little White spotted a piece of bread on the table and excitedly tore it apart, only to find it had fossilized. They found a gigantic altar, an entire asbestos man-made stone. Marveling, Little White glimpsed Dr. Assaz's body. Turns out he had made it here too. Following his finger's direction, they discovered a massive vent. By airflow in the tunnel, the professor guessed it led to the surface, but found it blocked by a stone. Thankfully, hope remained. They found explosives in the professor's pocket and wanted to blow up the stone. He told everyone to hide in the altar while igniting them. Unexpectedly, a monster appeared, tangling its tongue around the professor's leg. Just in time, the big guy arrived to save the day. He knocked the monster back with one hit, ducking into the altar as a loud explosion blasted the stone. This also triggered an earthquake, and red-hot lava burst forth from the cracks, with the altar rapidly rising in the chaos. Finally, they flew out and safely fell into the sea, causing a sensation in academia. As exploration tycoons of the inner earth, they'll be remembered forever. Today's tale ends here. Like it. Subscribe.